And I truly believe that the smartest women don't have any kids.
She says she would never listen to any advice from her mom. She's a child-free woman, saying that she would never listen to any advice coming from women that have children. And she went further on to say that she feels like the most intelligent women are the ones that do not have children. So the ones that are less intelligent, that if you have a child and you're a mom, you are not intelligent, because why will you be intelligent and you have a child? Let me show you the clip, then we'll come back and discuss.
I don't listen to women who are moms, okay? And I know that this is gonna ruffle some feathers, but I don't want that lifestyle and I don't desire to be a mom. So there's nothing that y'all can really say to me because the life that you live, I don't want. And I truly believe that the smartest women don't have any kids. So those are the only women that I care to listen to. I just want to say hi to my new followers. I was not expecting that post to get so many views, but obviously there were going to be a bunch of miserable, triggered mothers in my comment section. I knew that was going to happen, but I just find it so crazy how mothers are allowed to project their misery onto us. They're allowed to tell us that we don't have kids, so we don't understand life. I read a comment that said that there was a woman with children who told her, a woman who didn't have children, that because of the fact that she doesn't have children, she's not an adult. So you bitches are allowed to tell us shit like that, and it's not considered hate. I'm miserable because I say that I would rather listen to women who don't have children. I'm a hater because of that.
So that particular video went viral and she had to turn off the comment section. Of course, mothers are going to talk about this. A lot of people are talking about it. You think that she went too far to say that mothers, or she said mothers, she didn't say some. She said, if you're a mom, definitely you're not intelligent, because why would you be intelligent and have a child? Okay, so do you think that was too far for her? Does this speak hate to mothers? Let me know your thought down in the comment section, because a lot of people are talking about it. And I finally went to her page to kind of see the kind of content that she creates. So she say that she doesn't want any mothers on her page. So she's creating content for only child-free by choice women that do not want to talk to mothers, that do not want to have anything to do with mothers and all of that. And that is kind of bringing the idea of their child-free by choice women that kind of don't want to have anything to do with mothers. If you're a mom or you have children, either you're miserable or not, get out of here. Some child-free women do not want to talk to you. Okay, and the thing is that she has a lot of people that are in support of that. But I'd like to know your thoughts about this video down in comment section. Let's go ahead and watch few reaction on this, then I'll come back and share my own opinion at the end of all the reaction.
This video earlier of a girl saying that she does not listen to women who have children, and I was listening further to see like what else she said, because she followed it with, she doesn't have any interest in being in that position, so she doesn't listen to them, which I could understand that sentiment. I share the same sentiment towards like people giving me advice, and I'm like, I don't want to live the kind of life you're living, like why would I listen to you? But then she followed it up with saying that she just thinks that women who don't have children are more intelligent, and like we lack intelligence if we have children. And I can't tell you how incredibly narrow-minded and dull you have to be to come on the internet with that kind of take. Now, the issue here doesn't lie within the choice to not have children, because you absolutely reserve that right, and I completely respect that. But to get on the internet and say that women who don't have children, or that have children, aren't intelligent, when we have Marie Curie, Angela Davis, Michelle Obama, Amanda Francis, like incredibly brilliant women walking this earth who are also mothers. A woman is a woman, and becoming a mother does not take all the accomplishments that she has made in life away from her because she became a mother. And I think it's an incredibly unintelligent take to think like that. Yes, one could argue that I'm just taking it personally because I'm a mother myself, and maybe you're correct about that, but I don't think I would have to be a mother to understand and comprehend how asinine that line of thinking is. Now, I don't know who hurt this girl. I don't know if maybe her mother was toxic, if her mother was her first bully, or if her mother abandoned her, because I mean, girl, if that's the case, like join the club, you're not alone there. But I can't imagine what else would lead you down this road, the road to say something like that. Because if you have a healthy relationship with your mother, like say that to her face. And if you're willing to say that to her face, like what is wrong with you? Now, I'm not the kind of mother who's gonna sit here and tell a woman who doesn't want children, like, you're gonna change your mind one day, or they give you so much purpose, they bring you so much joy, so much fulfillment, because I don't believe that. I think some women were put on this earth to be mothers and some women were not. And that is cognitive flexibility, that is intellectual humility, and that's something that you're lacking if you can put these black and white markers on a woman's intelligence based off them reproducing. Now, I'm really only addressing this because there were so many women in the comment section agreeing with this woman based off the idea that a woman is more intelligent when they choose not to have children because they thought the decision through so much more than a woman who does choose to have children. But that's not a sign of intelligence, that's a sign of intentionality. And you can be very intentional about your choice to have children, just as you can be intentional about your choice not to have children.
Yeah.
What really determines intelligence is avoiding black and white thinking. You already failed that test. Adaptability, you kind of failed that one too. And self-awareness, which you're also failing that too, because if you don't have enough self-awareness to realize that your decisions to not have children doesn't reflect everyone else's level of intelligence, then if you still agree with that woman, I really encourage you to look up how many women in history who have done incredible things using their minds were also mothers. And like, even in our day and age, I mean, we have like here on TikTok, Lady Spine Doc, like she is literally a neurosurgeon and she has 2 children. You're saying that you can't listen to anything a neurosurgeon says because she has children. Yeah, okay. Like you're very intelligent. Like I think the call is coming from inside of the house.
And I don't know who started this hate train of being a mom, but I just hate that it has become so normal that mothers who have kids are saying they hate being a mom, because I want to know, like, how do you parent if you hate doing it? But I don't know if I'm too deep off in TikTok streets, so y'all on the same street as me, but the moms and the girls who would never ever want to be a mom are seeming to have a little conversation on why they don't want to be a mama. So a girl basically got on the app and basically said she would never take advice from something she don't want to be like, which is a mom. She don't never want to be a mama, and she'll never take advice from somebody who laid down and had kids. She like her life as is. Now, this is my thing. I get that, but what would make you think just because I have children, I cannot tell you something that would genuinely be the right thing? Or I can't give you no advice at all because I laid down and had kids and you don't want to be a mama. What me being a mama have to do with me being able to tell you something? You get what I'm saying? Or give you advice on something. And another thing that just really, really bothering me, this whole I hate having kids get on my nerves. You don't get a break. You do everything by yourself. It's draining. I wish we can wrap that up because it's not even that kids, like, it's not hard having kids, but it's like, can we speak on how much of a blessing it is to have kids, how hard they make you go, how much they love you unconditionally when you ain't got nobody there. Like, I just hate the whole bad side of mom talk or whatever.
And when that girl said the smartest women that I know are women who do not have children, I didn't take offense to that, and I have 3 children. And the reason why you shouldn't be offended by that if you're a mom is because one, she doesn't even know you and you don't know her, so people are just going to have different opinions, and somebody saying that doesn't actually take away from your own intelligence that you do possess as a woman and as a mother. Second thing, I think that actually as mothers we need to stop trying to convince childless women to have children. As soon as a person says to me, I don't want to have kids, I don't even dig further, I don't investigate, I don't ask why, I don't care why. You don't have to even have a reason why. I get it. Like, being a mom is the most selfless fucking thing that anybody could ever do. And you don't have to explain to me why you wouldn't want to do that. If you want to spend the rest of your life focused on yourself, I don't think that needs an explanation. Plus, you also have to consider people's experiences. Like, maybe she does not see a majority of mothers, like, mothers that she knows in her real life having a good experience. And whether you're single, engaged, or married, just being a mom, you're tying yourself to a man. And a lot of women do not want to do that anymore. They don't want to do that. And I understand why. Again, because you could think that you chose a really good person and then they probably end up switching up on you. And you're still tied to them for the rest of your life. Matter of fact, you just created like generations and generations and generations to come with this person. And that's like a huge choice and responsibility. And so it makes sense that she's like, I don't listen to advice from moms, because she doesn't want to be one. Just like when I need advice in motherhood, I don't seek out childless women. I have asked my friends perspectives on their childhood because they can give me a perspective from a child's place, but they could never give me advice as a mom when they've never stepped into that season. And I honestly disagree. If I see somebody who's down bad in life, I'm not fucking asking that person for advice at all. And that's probably just how she feels, seeing so many women struggle in motherhood.
There's nothing wrong if you say that you don't want to receive advice from a particular group of people because you don't want that kind of lifestyle. But you saying that all that group of people are not intelligent, that's where the problem is. Because you cannot tell me that just because somebody is a mom makes the person less intelligent. And let's be clear, when we talk about miserable mothers, when we talk about regretful mothers, when we talk about women that regret or that just wish that they have chosen that life, child-free lifestyle, there's still some women that actually love being a mom. There's still some women that actually wanted that lifestyle and they're enjoying every single bit of it. It is not all mothers that are miserable. In as much as we talk about miserable mothers, in as much as we talk about regretful mothers and narcissist mothers, like those bad moms, there are moms that are not, there are some moms that are not miserable, they're not regretful, they're not narcissists, they are beautiful moms, right? So you cannot like put everybody in the same basket and be like, okay, just because you're a mom or just because you're a mom, definitely you're miserable. Not all mothers are miserable. Not all mothers are miserable. Some of them actually sat down to, decide to be in that lifestyle and they are doing very well with it. While some are still lying to themselves that they feel like they are doing well with it, but they are miserable. They don't know yet until probably they are out, or maybe they start seeing their life in a different kind of way. Why some quickly pick it that they're actually miserable and that's why they're coming out to talk about how regretful they are in that situation. Why some of them don't even see, you have to see it and tell them and be like, do you know that you can do so and so? Why some people actually like, so some people choose that lifestyle. Some people actually, in fact, they're not married, they don't have a man, but they want to have a child, right? They choose that lifestyle. They know what they're expecting. They know what it is to be a mom. They are ready for it mentally, physically, emotionally, right? And they decide to choose that lifestyle and they are enjoying every bit of it. Some people do not know what to expect and they jump into it. And when they're already into the process, they feel like, oh my God, what did I just do? Why some want to have a lot. And when they tried one, they're like, I can only handle one. And they're happy with that one and they're not miserable with that one that they have, right? So you saying that all the group of like all moms are not intelligent just because they have mothers or just because they choose to have children, that is where I don't get it, right? For me, I feel like that was too much. That is giving hatred. In my own opinion, I feel like that is giving hatred to a group of people, which are the mothers. And if you kind of say some mothers, you're not going to listen. If you tell me you're not going to listen to all mothers' advice, fine. Because, of course, you're not living the lifestyle that you want. They cannot get the kind of lifestyle that you want anymore because you're now a mom and you're a child free by choice woman and you don't have a child. So they have children and all their lifestyle, all their, when it comes to financial advice, when it comes to any kind of advice, it cannot relate to their lifestyle, which is being a mom. But you're a child free. You don't have to think about any child. You don't have to think about anybody. You're just yourself. You can pick up a bag and go do anything, enjoy your life and all of that. They cannot give you advice. I get it. But you saying that all mothers are not intelligent just because you choose to be mom, I feel like that was too deep. In my own opinion, I know I might be right or wrong, which is fine, right? You can air your opinion down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Do you think she went too deep or is just how it's supposed to be? Some mothers are very intelligent. When you listen to them talk or speak, you will learn a lot from them. Not because their mom doesn't mean that they're less intelligent and whatever they talk about is none of your business, doesn't make sense, and all of that. I just feel like that is giving hatred to a certain type of people, and which is a woman. And I don't think we women should hate each other, even as much as we talk about pick me women, how you have to be very careful with a pick me woman. You have to use your head around them. You have to, even though you have pick me moms as well, right? You have to use your discernment and be careful around them, right? In as much as we talk about them, we don't talk about how much we hate pick me women. We only tell you how to avoid them because as a pick me woman can also change. Do you know? Do you know pick me women can change? Like some people that were former pick me, you can see a feminist that will tell you, I was a former pick me woman and now I'm no longer a pick me woman. So if you say a pick me woman, she can change tomorrow and she can start realizing, oh my God, what was I doing? What is going on? Why was I like this? A pick me woman can change. So just because you know a pick me woman or you see a pick me woman now, tomorrow their opinion and life and everything, the way they view life can change, and you already hate them as a woman, and that's bad, right? I feel like you don't have to hate them, because I personally feel like it was a mom that, just a normal mom, just come online to say, oh, I will never listen to anything a child free by choice woman say because you don't get my life and you guys are not intelligent and all of that. I feel like there's going to be a problem, right? And because there's going to be a problem because you're generalizing the whole thing, that it is all child free by choice women that are not intelligent. I feel that's what my problem is, because of course not all women are intelligent, right? Not all women and not all mothers are happy being a mom. Some mothers are very miserable that they don't even know, but you are seeing it that they are miserable, right? We know that, right? And we know that some women are regretful. Some women don't even like their lifestyle. They hate. In fact, you see some women post some, there are some moments with their children online, and they don't even see how bad they were being a parent in that video. They'd be like, what did I do wrong? Why is everybody calling me out? They're not saying how bad they're being a parent in that video. We see mothers like that. We see it, right? And that doesn't mean that you now have to say all mothers are actually not intelligent. Then there was a comment on our page that was saying that, oh, maybe she's trying to say that because mothers are still giving into the patriarchy system. And if you're a child by choice woman, you're trying to take yourself out of the whole system. And probably that's why she said all mothers, or she doesn't want to have anything to do with a mom. In fact, she said she doesn't want to have anything to do with a mom. She said she doesn't want any mothers in her page. She says she's not creating content for mothers. And she keeps bashing mothers, like generalizing mothers, like all mothers and all of that. I feel like that's where the problem is. And I don't think, in as much as I talk about miserable mothers or child free by choice women, I don't think we hate mothers, because I have mothers that watch my content, and I have, in fact, some of the videos that we talk about child free by choice women coming out to tell us how happy their life is and all of that. You see, people that watch my content, like subscribe to my channel, maybe, or kind of watch my content anyway. You see, they'll be like, I am happy being a mom. I'm a mom of three. I'm happy. But this, I support child free by choice women. Intelligent moms, I have them, right? So I cannot say all mothers are not intelligent. You guys, it's just my opinion, right? What's your take on this video? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Respectfully, as always, check out Mariah David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one, guys. Bye.